My name is Kevin Lester, the Lion City boy from Singapore. I guess I was introduced to hip hop through my elder sister. She used to play, all these tracks, because we shared a room together. When I was younger, I couldn't really place it. What was this music that seemed to be different in Singapore, because in Singapore it's dominated more by like mainstream pop, and, Mandarin music. But then this was my elder sister listening to like a language or a type of music that was really unique, and that really got me interested in it. If you really wanted to learn more about hip hop, you really had to go out of your way to find it, because even on the radios they weren't playing hip hop. You really had to either look through magazines to find out what's happening next, or dig in Tower Records, or the record store that by the corner that only brought like 10 like vinyls, or 10 CDs of hip hop. So I sort of miss that actually. Yeah, I'm happy that everything is more available now, but that was one of the things that I really remember running from, like, after school, or on the weekend, camping by the corner of the hip hop section, like, ooh, what's going on? What's this new thing? And in Singapore, it's like they only had to import the CDs, so you have to save money. It's like $60 for one CD. I'm more of a visual person, so I want to see all these new things that are happening. And Tumblr, everyone's just reposting new happenings and new the new trends. So that's my way of keeping inspired and keeping connected with everything out there. Visually, from like a street in New York, someone's reposting and another venue in Tokyo that some big hip hop act is doing. That's my way of staying in tune. If you are a musician, you are sort of not deemed as unproductive or anything like that. It's unique. It's not many of us out there. To be a rapper in Singapore, even more so. So I did the whole thing. I studied mechanical engineering when I was younger. I was really inspired by aviation. I wanted to become you know aeronautical engineer, but it's just that connection with hip hop. So you can imagine the day that when I came home, I was like, Mom, I think I'm not crazy. I think I'm really good at what I do. There's a buzz, there's a following. I want to give this a go. So I did. Now I'm here with the B Shine. So I recognize that my music fits better outside of Singapore, around the region. So constantly being on tour, coming out here, in the States, where it's like a 12-hour difference, 20 hours of of a flight to come out here. It's hard to find that balance. It's almost you gotta be like, not like a social media star, but balance that YouTube and social media connection with your fans and being out here performing. Because once I perform and then I go home, I need to keep talking and telling people that I'm coming back. I'm gonna keep doing my music. So that's the challenge that sometimes I have to sit down and wrap my head around, like, how do I keep my buzz out here. I just want to be remembered. Like, I always I always say the same thing. Time can take away many things, like money, and whatever trends would change, and what's hot then, what's not. But somehow music is like the thing that lasts throughout time. Like, not to be cheesy, but people still listen to Mozart, or all the classics now still. Michael Jackson. Yeah, it it it's just something that if it's good enough, and if it has a place in history, in music, it will last forever. And I'm trying to find my space somewhere there. Everything You Love You Hate, that's my album, dropping April 2nd out here, April 9th worldwide. It's my big hello to everybody out there. The single is called Hear Me Go. This album really started because I was going through a couple of things. Like, I had a 9-piece band before. I had an 8-year relationship with this girl, and all that, all the good stuff. But then it all just sort of spiraled, and took a typical musician. Like, oh, it didn't work out. Because of music. But from all of that, I found a space that I told my manager, saying, I feel like I've got something going, that I got all this new content that I want to put out. And I gladly I found a lot of producers that when I explained my story, they sort of pieced everything together. So this album is a bit more of a personal album. talk about sensitive things, that things I went through. A lot of songs songs like Danger, where I'm almost talking to myself in the song. Everything You Love You Hate, small little stories that has sort of led to the album. So people can expect a really honest album actually. You can check my music out on underlinecityboy.com. Again, Everything You Love You Hate is my personal honest story that I created into an album April 2nd, out here, April 9th worldwide. So thank you so much, The B Shine. My name is Kevin Lester, the Line City Boy.